What free tips can you give someone that's starting an online mixing and mastering company? Yeah, I could give you more than free, but the question I got was what free. So yeah, I mean, I've been running this business, and I ran a few before that weren't necessarily as successful. This one's been massively successful, and there's a few reasons why. And so, look, free. If I had to give you free tips, right? Okay. Number one would be you are only as good as your online shop. You could be the best engineer in the world. If your shop is not usable, it's not, you know, as an online service, you have to have a website that's, you know, people can come to, they can just book it, they then send the track and then deliver it to you. I see so many mastering engineers fail because on their website, contact for details. So most people, they land on your website, they look through your services, they don't want to then go and contact you to book in for mastering. They just don't want to do that. They want to just go on your website. They want to go, right, okay, it's that much, right, add to cart, check out, bosh. Next thing, upload files, bosh. Mastering engineer does the files come back. Brilliant. That's what they want. That is exactly what the client wants. They want to just give you the files. Some want contact with you. Fair enough. There's contact information, there's emails, we can do all that sort of stuff. But what they want to do is they just want to come in, submit their track, you do the work, return the track. That's all they want. Secondly, advertising. I mean, as well, is some people, they think they don't need to advertise. Advertising is very powerful. It's obviously like even doing this video, this is advertising. This is me advertising the studio that's behind me. You know, there's a reason I sit with the desk behind me. So getting yourself out there, advertising, getting people to know about you, that's a really, really important step. It's very important, and I know personally how important kind of getting your face out there, promoting yourself, using yourself as much as a brand as your studio. Get yourself out there and actually kind of create content, create all this different stuff. You know, because look, I'm sitting here talking to people who are like-minded people who are all potential clients. You're a potential client if you're watching this, you know. So doing these sorts of videos, it's all for the purpose of giving information to other people, helping other people, but ultimately it's all about pushing myself and my brand out. That's why I've branded on my arm. Is advertising. Everything is advertising. So yeah, advertising is a massive thing. The last one would be charge by the service, not the hour. I see so many people who charge by the hour, and certain services you can charge by the hour, like studio time. If you're having someone come in, you could technically sit there and go, you know, it's X amount per hour that you're here. But by charging by the hour, you penalize yourself for being good at your job. The fact is that if you can, let's say for argument's sake, you've got a mix. If you can get a mix done in 1 hour to 2 hours and send it back and the client loves it, why should you be penalized because you done it quicker and delivered it back in a more timely fashion? Really, they should be paying more for you to deliver it faster in some ways. There's a great video online about this, but you should be charging by the service and setting your rates up right so that you're not alienating anybody, in the sense that, you know, I like to keep my rates as low as possible, so that it's fair to, you know, like people who have big budgets for releases. They can add all the different kind of add-ons and add all the Dolby Atmos, add this that, alternate mixes, Apple masters, add all of this, add another £500 onto a mix. And here's the thing: is if you don't need all that, then you just stay with the budget. Kind of, you've got a really nice affordable service where it is just come in, we get the mix done, we get the master done. That's all you need. If you want to add everything on, then you can stack it up to £700 mix, £800 mix if you really want to. But I think it's really important to have a kind of an affordable service that doesn't alienate and just point towards people with massive budgets. You've got to be able to kind of cater for everybody, and then you're going to get lots of work, because you're not alienating the little guy who's let's say got £200 budget for a mix and a master, and you're not just saying, because look, here's the thing is, in regards to that, is let's say you got someone who's releasing their first song. They don't know how well they're going to do. They're going to release it independently. They might not even make any money on it. So to charge £2,000, £1,000 for a mix and master, you're not going to get those clients. And the reason you're not going to get those clients because they just don't have the budget, and they can't warrant the fact of paying £1,000 to get a song sounding the best it can. They can warrant, however, paying £150, £200 to get a song sounding the best it can. And there's no difference between, if I was to charge £800, £1,000 for a mix and £200 for a mix, there's no real difference there. It's just all the additional bits that are added on to the £800 one. You add all them on, but if this guy doesn't need any of that, then you get a nice little budget version. So yeah, I guess they're my 3 little tips if you are starting an online service. So number 1, just make sure you have this streamlined web service where it's like people come in, they get the order done, that you do the service, you send the files back. Some people don't want massive amounts of communication, so limiting that communication, but also having the option to communicate. Number 2, advertising, getting yourself out there, doing videos like this, supplying content, all of that sort of stuff massively impacts your business and allows you to grow faster. And number 3, which was, I'm going blank now. What was number 3? You tell me. Charge by the hour. Charge by the service, not by the hour, and get your rates right. So yeah, basically don't charge per hour, because something that takes you half an hour, you shouldn't be penalised for being able to perform a faster service.